Hey there, welcome back to my channel, Messes with Michelle, if you're returning, and if you're new, welcome. Today's video I'm so excited to share with you because I'm going to be transforming my upstairs guest bedroom into a beautiful, tranquil space for my guests when they stay over at my house. Here are a few shots of the room, and it's a beautiful space because it has a vaulted ceiling, it has a lot of natural light, but there wasn't really much going on in the space to make it warm and inviting. So the first thing I'm going to do is I removed everything out of the room and I prepped it for painting. I'm using Benjamin Moore paint, and this is the color Silver Satin. This is OC26 and it's part of the Off-White collection. It has a subtle undertone of gray, which I love because I wanted to use a neutral color on the walls, but just not a true white, so it's a great compromise to have an off-white color but also have that gray undertone. And I've used this paint color in other areas of my home, and it just has a beautiful finish and just really makes the room nice and bright. To help elevate the look of this room, I wanted to swap out this older looking fan with a new ceiling fan just to keep my guests cool, to have the option to flick on the fan when they're staying with us. So I found this really great fan from Home Depot and it really elevated the space. Now that I have the room painted with a gray undertone, I wanted to focus on the headboard. So the headboard is in perfectly good condition. It's just that the color scheme is a bit darker than what I'm going for. So instead of buying a new headboard, I thought I'd attempt to do a DIY and recover the headboard with material. So I bought this material from Fabric Land. I bought 2 meters, and it's a gray with a white creamish design. And just to add some extra plushness, or just to have some extra cushion on the headboard, I bought this backing. It's not really thick, just enough to have a nice plush headboard when I wrap it with the fabric. This was actually quite straightforward and easier than I had expected. The headboard's made of a pressed board material, so it wasn't a true hard wood, so I just needed to use a staple gun to secure the foam onto the headboard. And I didn't have the width that I needed to put in complete panel of the foam all the way across in one complete piece, so I just cut up the foam and just started placing it onto the headboard into pieces and just pieced everything together like a puzzle. This is the end result, what the foam looks like placed on the headboard, so now I'm ready to upholster with my fabric. When choosing material for your headboard fabric, you want to pick a material that's thicker. The material that I'm using would be used for drapes, and it's very thick and durable. The reason being is when you start securing your corners with the fabric, you want to be able to pull the corners nice and tight. So this way you create a nice clean edge as well as a nice tight fit at the front to avoid any sagging or rippling in the front of your headboard. I'm taking the corners of the fabric and I'm wrapping them behind the headboard and pulling really tight to have a nice clean look at the front, and then I'm securing each of the corners with a few staples. And this is what the front looks like at the end result, and here's what the back looks like, and this look cost me around $60 to totally transform this headboard. I bought new bedding for the bed and I'm using pops of green throughout the room, so I bought some sheets because I have a lot of neutral colors right now on the wall and the headboard, so I want to have some green in the room and incorporate that. So I have green organic sheets, and I also bought this new duvet cover from Wayfair. It's part of Kelly Clarkson's collection. It has a bit of tassels on it, so I thought it was really nice. Still neutral, but I still have the green to get that pop of color. And then I just bought a brand new bed skirt just to go around the bed, so this way you can't see the mattress. And this was sold separately, so I try to match it as close as possible to the bedding, but I think it's a close match. So I'll get these washed and get these on the bed. I picked up these end tables from HomeSense, and they are the reason why I chose this color scheme for this room. I really like the wood tones, and I want to have like an earthy, very cozy feeling, and I think they fit in quite well. So now the fun part is start to decorate and get everything pulled in together for this room makeover. The corner of the room near the foot of the bed was looking very bare, so I wanted to create a little area for my guests to have a sitting space. I had this chair in another room and I wasn't utilizing it, so I thought this would be a perfect addition for this corner. So I wanted to make this space nice and cozy, so I added this oversized basket from HomeSense, and I put in an extra throw if the guests wanted to have extra blankets, but it's also great if they wanted to use it for their laundry or if they wanted to add any extra pillows that they weren't using during the evening. And just so the space has a bit of height variation, I've added some palm leaves to an elevated vase right beside the chair, so this way the corner also has more visual interest. Here is the before shot of the room of what it looked like prior to this makeover, and just coming up is going to be the grand reveal what the after looks like. I really love the pops of green and I love the wood tones in this space. It just adds a more earthy feel. It makes everything kind of come together to get that nice cozy feel, and it just makes the room feel luxurious and cozy and just like a spa. I've had guests stay here already and they just absolutely love this space and how calming it feels. So I really hope you enjoyed this video and seeing the transformation of my guest bedroom, and I will catch you in my next video when I upload next. Thanks for watching. Bye.